Hello and welcome back to Tombstone Blues. I think we're in endgame now, probably, possibly. Kind of hopefully, as fun as this is, it might be nice to actually put your plan into effect. The party of Jillian Ward, Reba Stocks the Crossroads, and Aloy O'Toole are currently in the little settlement of Alicetown trying to deal with kind of creepy statue that uh, cries and apparently improves the crops in the immediate vicinity when you sacrifice things, and particularly people, to it. This has resulted in a terrible lot of dead people, and none of the three are happy with this at all. Currently, their mission is to retrieve the family that is next on the sacrificial block from the little sheriff's office come jailhouse. Uh, have Muffin headbutt the statue for a while, and then deal with whatever comes to be kind of pissed off at them after that. Basically, they have a little bit of time to kill before nightfall. They don't want to eat anything at the inn because the last time they did that, it wasn't particularly good. Um, Jillian apparently wanted to find the preacher. Good luck. And on the whole, they just have time to kill until they collect the little nun Mary Celeste out of the church basement to help cleanse the immediate area once the statue has been trashed by Mecha Muffin, and go from there. So,
Uh, I'm going to try and figure out which roof would be the one best to set on if I have to climb really, really quickly.
um, make me a perception check.
I have a giant gun. What do you think I need to do with it?
She doesn't use guns. She didn't know.
I mean, there are a lot of flat roofs. What there aren't a lot of are ladders.
Hmm.
I mean, they're not usually overly high buildings, so you could theoretically get Muffin to give you a boost, but Muffin's doing enough at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
so you may have to be on ground level.
Nerds.
So you basically just see her looking around and just that.
But,
Pat, pat, pat.
Patting the giant
patting yourself on
gun.
the back already.
Oh no, patting the
She was patting
cannon.
the gun. Yeah.
Mm.
Still sticking with it. Okay.
Jillian has a preacher man to find, so go
Um.
around for the nicer house.
Okay.
Okay.
You go up.
Passerby to question.
There aren't that many passersby, and they're kind of giving you the I'm not entirely sure about you look as they try to wander past.
I'm just watching this one just wander off. I'm like, um, the
Oh boy. Do we?
um,
Do we?
we probably want to stay together.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes, we want to.
Yeah, you realize this now as you walked away. Oh, and froze.
Briefly, I think internet and or Discord giving him problems again.
Oh.
So yeah, you've got a few townspeople who are not overly interested in talking to you. A couple of
Oh,
shops and a very drunk mayor.
So there aren't any homes other than the mayor's.
Oh no, I mean, there's. Let me go back to the map because church,
I don't.
mayor's,
Mayor's office.
uh, inn was kind of over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, pity's sake.
All right. All right. All right. Go.
Um,
Go.
shops, jail. There's like one nice house in the center of town, and the one that you've got left is basically that one.
No, then she'll start going that way.
Okay, she's
Look it
wandering.
over.
Yeah, Jillian is wandering up to the one nice house you don't know what it is in town, and
Oh,
looking
boys.
at it.
Just following along, doing what we're supposed to do, which is stick together.
I don't like that look, but all right. That look does not bode well.
You see a house.
I guess
It's.
she will.
I mean, there's perception. There's investigation. There's. I mean, it's a nice little house, made of wood. It's actually 2 stories high, so it's a little taller than most of the rest of the buildings in town, apart from the church, which obviously has its own little steeple and all the rest of it. But
I suppose it would be investigation to see what conclusion she can draw by examining it.
It has a door.
give him a minute. He doesn't tell you what to do.
Oh, that was Reba. That wasn't me.
If
And
the-
she'd have the attitude, be like, okay.
Yeah, wandering around the house. I mean, it's a nice, if not particularly sturdy, building because there's not a lot of great building materials out here. Yeah, there's curtains in the windows. They're quite nice, but they do prevent you from seeing in. Nobody seems to be home. You won't know until you knock. And of course, even then, it's possible that somebody might just not answer the door.
Alright, Julie, consider for a moment. It looks to Reba and Aloy. You two, wait here. I'll see if anyone's home.
I'm standing far back. I'm off. I'm like, if like back off the porch, as it were. I mean,
Yeah,
assuming.
there is a small porch. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm like back off of that even, like.
I am near Reba, just kind of orbiting worriedly.
It'll just be a quick chat, even still. So I would expect. And then she turns and goes up to the door and knocks.
You wait. There is silence.
She'll give it another couple minutes and turn back to the two of them. If nobody answers.
There is silence. As far as you can tell.
She just shrugs to the two of them. No, we'll run them down after tonight then.
So lights are on, no one's home.
Either no one's home or no one's in a social mood.
Seems like most
Something to
people
worry
aren't.
about.
Any other avenues you might want to explore or...
I got nothing. We've got our plan.
Hmm.
I need to not be smarter than you are.
Hold
It's
on.
not fair.
Where?
Okay, all of y'all Make me a simple, straight up wisdom check.
Oh boy. That is something I am distinctly awful at.
14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, it's Aloy who goes, "So, Jillian's been asking, is there anyone else we need to talk about in town? Is anyone else we really need to talk to in town? That's a really general question. She's been asking really general questions for a while now. Maybe she could just ask, any idea where the preacher might be? I feel in need of some spiritual comfort. You could ask specific questions."
Hey, Jillian. I'm actually just gonna sidle up like right next to her, lean over shoulder. Jillian,
Yes, Aloy.
when looking for people, try specific questions.
Yes.
Reba's
You-
over here just like,
Yeah, Reba, when Aloy started sidling up, she's like, "Oh, the child got. Oh, right."
mm-hmm. Well, that, and she didn't say anything sooner just because she didn't want to talk to the preacher. She's got no bitch. What? That's on Jillian. Jillian can go talk to the preacher man. I gave absolutely
Oh. The other folk
You've been
on the street here don't seem very interested.
yeah,
there's
but
the
that's all
general.
single-
There's the general store.
every single question you have asked, Jillian, has been real broad, real general. Nothing specific, just who else should we talk to? Just ask for the preacher.
All right.
Like, just general store. Ask him where the preacher is. Get moving! And I'm just like boot shoving on
Jillian
one
gives
foot.
her a look. Jillian looks for a pedestrian.
nice print.
Jillian had made enough of a wisdom check to know that pedestrians are gonna walk right past you. General store people can't get away.
Oh, and she heads for the general store.
You guys, oh my god. Sorry.
I didn't want to mess with whatever Jillian wants to do with the preacher. This is why I wasn't even like trying in the first place.
Yeah, keep in mind, guys. I know that some of these things are occasionally not necessarily in character, but for crying out loud, please find a way to support your find an in character way to support your party members with stuff they want to do, even if even if that support, quote unquote, is talking them out of it. Do not just sit back and let them. You're a team, guys. If somebody
That
wants to do something that you guys don't necessarily have an in-character reason to want to do yourselves, think of your party member. They might have a reason that you haven't thought of yet.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
No, that's a good point, and it's something I'll bear in mind for all games.
Please. Okay, yes, the general store, you've got the same old fart in the rocking chair, and it's Aloy who's mostly getting the looks, but that's mostly because she's carrying a gun nearly as long as she is tall. And, there's the actual customers in the general store, of which there are like two, both ladies of a certain age, kind of head out in a hurry when you three wander in. Of course, the pinch-faced schoolmarm-ish lady behind the counter, she can't do that. She does give you a dirty look for running out her business. Can I help you?
Well, I was hoping you could in the direction of the preacher. The three of us looking to settle. It's important to me to know what's sort of around here, especially. No, it's been to meet him.
Okay, broke up a little bit there, but I get the gist. As I understand it, Father Tracy is out surveying the fields for most of the day, speaking to the folk on the outskirts, offering spiritual comfort and healing. I'm sure he'll be back later on this evening.
And where could I find him once he rides back?
Uh, you are a knocking on his door.
I wasn't sure if that was his home. I had made an assumption. It's much appreciated.
Can I do anything else for you?
No, thank you. She kind of tips her head, heads back out.
It may not have been the answer you wanted, but it was an actual straight answer, which is better than you had been doing.
And Jillian looks to Reba. Nods over to the house. They say he's not. He's out giving spiritual counseling. I don't know how truthful. If he'll be home and if he'll be back home, that's his home there. He rides back in by dusk. If not, then we've got our own plans anyway.
Oh,
I'm willing to bet he'll probably pop up out of the woodwork when
When things
get
start.
interesting.
yeah.
No,
To,
I
to,
wouldn't be surprised at all.
to be fair, Reba, given her wisdom score, it's more than likely that the lady at the general store was telling the truth, because how the hell else are you going to keep outliers and people who aren't in the immediate vicinity of town from possibly going astray, telling tales they shouldn't be telling,
Mm-hmm.
and checking to make sure that whatever this is doing what it's supposed to do. So he might actually be out for a while, just policing the outers the way the sheriff does the inners.
Mm-hmm.
So
He and chances are, with the way things are run around here, it seems like the mayor and the sheriff kind of handle everything in, and it stands to reason the preacher's running around the outskirts, making sure everything's running the way it should, and making sure that that thing's doing what it does, and making sure that
That's a
nobody
good point.
steps out. Yeah, making sure nobody steps out, talks to anybody they shouldn't, says anything they shouldn't. You know the gist.
Cult.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Colt's got a cult. Well, I mean, you can't spell you can't spell cultivate without cult. Anyway,
Oh no! Look, we're about to end up elbow deep in something.
oh no, you already were. Now I'm just not going to feel even remotely bad about it.
you're welcome. I adore you.
On that note, there's
Mhm.
a scramble of paws, and you have a spot. Skid thump on your feet. Hello.
Blink, blink.
Scoop. And I'm holding. Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's just that I happened to notice that the lady at the in the basement of the
Mhm.
church, I'm helping keep the mice away. I eat them.
Good.
But she has some things. I think they're probably some of them for you.
And we need to head back to the church for a minute.
It doesn't mean now. Maybe when the sun is more down. You can
Oh.
still be careful. I think it's for whatever you are doing tonight. She is praying on it muchly.
Ah. Okay. And then I'll set him back down so he can,
Her.
or her back down so she can go off and. We need to go back to the church soonish. Later. There's apparently some things for us, and she's praying on the matter.
Works for me.
All right, then we'll see to her before we get that family out.
You needed to seat her anyway, but at least now you know where to spend a little bit of your time after the sun has set.
I'm gonna start wandering back towards Muffin for further practice. More tricks.
That's one way to kill the rest of the afternoon.
All right.
More tricks, double checking all the joints, maintenance, that sort of thing.
Whoop!
Okay, let's try the joints. Everything's got a spin. One at a time, though.
I was about to say, the last time you put it that way, didn't end well.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of spinning and some weird Michael Jackson looking shit.
Great, we've just invented popping and locking before we even hit the 1980s, let alone the 1880s.
No, you're in the 1880s.
Oh, okay. I guess okay. So then it still
Well,
qualifies.
you're very much approaching the 1880s, but I think that a lot of the dance crazes actually started before they became massively popular. Remember, things didn't spread as fast in even
That's
the
true.
1980s as they do
This
now.
is true. This is very true.
All hail the internet.
Glory to supercomputers and pockets.
Yes, and we use them to learn a whole new method of communication, which is effectively turning Dadaism into a language via meme. We are the weirdest fucking generation, guys.
And then some.
Anyway,
Yeah, so that appears to be your afternoon. Watching Muffin be put through Muffin's paces.
I'm like, I had no idea that thing could move like that.
Tilts head towards Reba. Boop boop. Boop. Does a kind of a
Fascinating.
moonwalky kind of thing.
Fascinating.
I just see Jillian watching this and going, they're going to be useful. They are going to be useful.
Yeah.
I mean, she may not get it, but she can appreciate the craftsmanship.
Yeah.
And the whatever this thing has for that is enthusiasm, I guess.
Muffin, joint lock. Okay, unlock again. Let's keep doing this.
Okay. That was disturbing.
Eventually, sun starts in the general direction of setting. Preacher has not returned yet. The usual crowd has gone into the into the local saloon for whatever meal. Very nice, but not very much drink, and occasional card games for like no stakes whatsoever happening in there. And you guys apparently are not going back in there.
Nope. Nope, we got puts already. I don't think so.
Nope. I've had a nap. I'm good. Sorry, I'm also occasionally having to look over at my work laptop, even though I had the day off. We had a thing go sideways,
Of course you did.
but it looks like it's worked itself out. So I'll close that up. Sorry.
Like, they can't do anything without it going sideways, can they?
Feels like no place of business can do anything without it going sideways. Don't even get me started. Anyway, I'm assuming that you would like to, at some point, descend into the cellar, but how stealthy do you want to be about it?
Definitely stealth.
I mean, you're quite close. There's a certain amount of
Yeah.
shadow, so I don't think you're gonna need
Need
to
power-
blow
yeah,
blow a spell slot. But
That's what I was trying to gauge, and I was like, kind of looking around a little bit. But
Yes, still roll me stealth, all of you.
Here we go.
Jillian's finally getting her head in the game.
20 and a
no, that
10.
was mine.
Yeah, I
Mine
know.
was a 20. Yours was a 10.
20 off of Reba, and then a 10 off of me.
Yeah, the main issue with Aloy is that she has to circle around the building because she forgot to tell Muffin stop following me. So you guys are sidling up in the general direction of the back door, and you hear from behind you, chung 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 chung, beep 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 beep. So you guys kind of have to wait for Alloy to walk Muffin around the church and tell him to stay in the front of the church again, which over to you before she sneaks back in herself. No, you have to give Muffin orders.
Mm-hmm. You have to give Muffin orders.
Okay, back around. Muffin, Muffin. Guard pattern, same as before. Keep watch. If someone comes towards this place that isn't us, all the noise.
Boop boop. And then start show jumping the tombstones. So yeah, you guys obviously get in first. Password is suitably remembered. Sister Mary Celeste has apparently finished what prayer she needed to do, and okay. Oh, good. I was hoping you'd come in a little bit earlier. I don't know what it is we're going to run into tonight, but I had a feeling you might not be as prepared as you could be. So I had a bit of a dig around through what I had, and I have some things that might be of some help. At this point, Alloy bounce down the stairs. Oh. Oh, good, you're all together. Just in case something goes incredibly wrong, how much do you know about slaying the undead?
Well, Jillian, cats are gone. Well, it's more just the bullet, mind, but the combination has been effective. But we would appreciate any help that you have to get.
Are any of your weapons silvered?
I don't think mine is. Mine just booms.
Yours is. Yours doesn't need to be. I don't think we can silver yours. Edged weapons, bullets, anything. I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, I don't think mine is.
May I? She wants to have a look at it.
I'll pull out the
No,
tomahawk, I guess.
no, most assuredly not.
Okay.
I have a couple of things. It goes to a rather battered old trunk with surprisingly sturdy hinges and opens it up. Pulls out a box of ammunition and tosses it Jillian's way. It contains 12 silver bullets. Well, silvered bullets. We did the same with an old Confederate sword.
Hmm.
Oh, much obliged.
I think I'll hang on to the sword for the moment. I need something in case something goes very badly wrong, but if anything happens and somebody else needs to be waving it around, I'll probably be too dead to care. Also, how are any of you on healing?
I've got some capabilities.
You've
You're
muted.
muted.
Smeagol, you're muted.
Yeah, I just shoot things and build stuff. Yeah, no, I was hearing you guys. I was just trying to fight with the thing to open up to do it.
All the same, just in case, pulls out the three small vials of green tinted liquid and hands you each one.
Huh. I'm like examining it.
I don't know whether you'd consider it to be a power of the Lord, power of nature, power of science, or all three combined, but I find that has a tendency to help close some wounds a bit. Basically, each is a standard healing potion.
I like it. In it.
Mhm.
No, I'm not going to turn it down.
That's about what I have. I'm hoping it's not needed, but even if it's not, it might help you on your road some other time.
Mm-hmm.
It
Much appreciated.
will definitely be most helpful.
Did we have any plans about the folks that they were planning on sacrificing?
We've
Yeah.
worked out a way to. We're planning on getting them out. Yeah.
We can
We'll be
basically,
getting them out first.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And yeah.
uh, can I can explain. We're gonna go round back and basically just yank the windows out. But that building is. I could sneeze on it, it'd fall over. So Muffin doing Muffin things will just pop the whole back off.
Well, not the whole back. The bars out the windows, and we'll get the family out and
I
get them on their
I
way.
I figured that, but I also was basically, our construction isn't that bad. It's
Mm-mm.
just that your metal mule is my
Strong.
hard to crush.
That
Yay,
works.
Muffin. Muffin also has been sort of the yard up top stuff's been tilted. Muffin's been fixing that.
Well, that's very nice of Muffin. I ain't really sure what to make of that.
Neither was I.
Mhm.
Also, why don't you make friends with the local cat?
Yes.
She been running around here.
Mm-hmm. Trying to keep the mice out for you.
Well, she brought me one. She kind of
Well,
ripped it
yeah.
a bit open, and I think she understood as how I don't eat mice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the lunch, by the way.
Not a problem. I asked I asked her to keep an eye on you and on the family, and they were given a note, a heads up, as it were. So we hopefully will not take them completely by surprise.
I know blessing from one such as me don't mean all that much, but bless you anyhow.
Well, thank you. Very begrudging. Just oh, thank you. She's going to appreciate the sentiment, if not the if not the source, as it were.
Yeah, I know. Our stupid white boy god. I know.
Well, all right then.
Well, I've done some ministering in places that ain't just your average settlement. Mostly just nursing, but I take the charity aspect serious. Wouldn't still be here otherwise.
At which point, I think that's one of the first genuine smiles that Reba's given her up to this point.
I think she must have finally figured out that actually at one point, uh, little Sister Mary Celeste was an underground railroad stop.
Yeah, I probably finally made that connection. Mary's not exactly an uncommon name.
Well, that's because all nuns are Mary something. You're muted.
I know.
Are you reaching for water or cat? Cat.
Sorry, I had to mute because he was meowing and wouldn't shut up. I didn't want Mike to pick it up.
Yeah, I actually heard it that time.
In any case, is there anything anyone wants to take care of before proper sundown and full dark?
Just double checking her in working order and praying a bit to kill the time. I think that's it.
Yeah, well, Sister Mary Celeste will quite happily pray with her, trying to be respectful of Reba's beliefs, but she does have her own, so.
Yeah, Reba will just step as much to the side as she can and just be like, give you all your space and just be like, okay, you do you.
She does get Spot going, things are going to happen, aren't they?
And that's actually probably what I'll do is just sit and pet Spot with my Spot in my lap for a little while and just try to give him as much of a heads up as to what exactly her. Sorry, I keep doing that. A heads up as much as what's going on. So that she knows what to expect.
But what do I do? How do I help?
Right back. 30 seconds.
Try to can you help guide the family out safely?
Where do I take them?
Just get out of town a good fair distance. And then shoot, let's see. I'm trying to think here. Because once they're out, then we just want to. We're gonna have all the attention, and we need them them and you a fair distance away, because things are gonna get heated, and I don't want you or that family getting hurt. But once you are a safe distance out, what do you do after that is the question.
Do I send them the same way as the other family went?
That's right. The other family that left just a couple days ago.
The lady who was here knows how she sent them. That would probably still be a safe way.
You are so smart. That's a good point. I was so focused on the family still here, I completely forgot about the family that already left. Thank you.
One day, you guys are actually going to pay attention to all the detail I put into this.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not at my best personally out of
No,
character
but
anyway. So
I'm not just talking to you.
oh, fair. Aloy.
Yep.
I'm trying to. So here's my thought. I want Spot safe. We need to get that family out. So we get the family out. We tell them follow Spot. Spot leads them out of the town, gets them to basically the road that the other family took out of here to get to that hovel that we were at.
Mm-hmm.
A little rest stop spot.
The Hostler's Rest.
Thank you, Hustler's Rest. Get to so they can at least start heading in that direction. And then if Spot actually waits for us there, we can catch up with Spot then and pick Spot up, and when we're actually dealt with whatever we have to deal with. What do you think?
I think that works. We gotta get him somewhere relatively safe, and that's about as safe as we're gonna get within range.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't really matter. Just get him out of a good distance from the town, because the idea is we're going to have everybody so all fired up with paying attention to us that they're not going to be worried about anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
The hustlers would be a reconvene afterwards. Make sure they're
Well,
taken care of on their way out.
that and they could be running after the family that we just let out, or they could be going after us, who are readily here and a target. So yeah, I don't think they're going to want to bother going after that family.
Mm-hmm. So we put them somewhere relatively safe that we haven't gotten banned from yet.
We haven't been
Or I
banned.
haven't gotten
You
banned
haven't
from yet.
been
Yeah.
banned from the Hostler's Rest. You just got funny looks.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm glad
Hey,
I haven't been
to be
banned
fair,
from
you
it
fixed the door.
Repeatedly.
several times.
Yeah, I know. That migraine didn't go away for a couple of days.
Sorry.
Anyway. Nah, it is what it is. So we'll just need to let Jillian know that that's the plan after them when they're done doing their thing.
Yeah, it's not that extended prayer. We're not talking about a proper frickin' service with all the hymns and all that shit. So it's just may God guide us in our endeavors kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, when they're done, it's just a matter of Sister Mary gathering what bits and pieces she can, because apparently she is also aware of the fact that she's gonna have to get out in a hurry.
So yeah, I'm gonna give her the rundown of I told Spot. That's her name, by the way.
Really?
To that's the name that her owners had given her. Probably their youngins named her.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Just yeah, I thought. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I know. I thought the same thing. I mean, I would have probably gone more for like maybe Patches or something, but
Too many syllables for a real youngin.
Oh, good point. But she seems fine with Spot. So anyway, I told Spot we're gonna when we get the family out. Spot is gonna lead them to the road to take them to Hustler's Rest, and Spot's gonna meet us at that road. The family's gonna continue on to Hustler's Rest, but Spot's gonna wait for us there. That's where we're gonna wind up. I would suggest that's the direction you go to. But that's up to you. If you want to go a different direction, by all means.
I can't follow the family any more than you can. Not all the way. They're gonna want me as bad as they do you. And if I go in a separate direction from you all, then they have to wonder which of us to follow.
Right.
Possibly split what forces they got.
Right. If some of them do go after you, are you going to be able to shake them? I mean, I guess not really. I guess you really don't have much choice.
Well, I'll do what I can. The rest is up to God.
Well, I hope he's looking out for you then.
If you're very sure of this,
I'm still here. You may have some connection to the Lord that I don't understand, but you are not the only one around here with the faith. Stop acting like you are.
my apologies.
I can kind of understand you've got one who's got a very different theological path than you, and one who I think worships a little more than science. Remember, though, you are not the only person in this whole wide world with strong faith.
Of course.
And some of us act on it. We may not have the gifts you do, but sometimes that makes the sacrifice we make even more valuable. I'm gonna go check and see how dark it's got. Quietly up the stairs. Bravo, Jillian. You managed to Piss off your NPC support. You've muted
It
again.
wasn't my fault.
Yeah, you probably have got Reba looking at you like, uh-huh.
hmm
And gives her a look right back.
Ah! And Ray was just like, hmm?
And Aloy has probably missed most of this beyond. Wait, why is the brave nun lady angry?
It's okay, Aloy. I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay.
Dude, that was
You
too
do
perfect.
that.
Yeah, she comes back down a few minutes later and nods. I think it's as clear as we're gonna get.
Understood. Right to the sheriff then.
Here we go.
Okay. How do you want to make your approach?
I want to go out around the back of the town as much as possible.
Yes, I'm still asking whether you want to be stealthy or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Pass without trace lasts for an hour, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to double check because I will. As we're coming out, I'm gonna turn to Aloy. I can give us an hour. We gotta get this quick. And as we're walking, as we're coming out and getting arranged, I will go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace.
Yeah. Sister Mary's not coming with you. She's gonna stay and keep eyes on the statue for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the rest of you, roll me stealth. This is gonna have to include Muffin.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually, you have the NPC card. I don't know if
Yep.
that lets you roll stealth directly. I guess it'll be straight dex if Muffin doesn't have stealth, and I don't imagine Muffin has stealth.
No.
32.
So
That's 32 total. Not 20 from Jillian. Wow.
Muffin got a
29.
19 on a dex roll.
Yeah, which with the pass without trace is 29.
18.
You
Actually
you guys
worse than
have you
Muffin.
guys have significantly got your heads in the game now. And apparently, some of the tests that Aloy was doing on Muffin's joints managed to get a couple of the squeaks out. So you very quietly and rather slowly, because you do move at half speed when you're stealthing, make your way to the back of the jail, apparently undetected. You're muted.
Okay, quick before we don't have much time, so let's.
Well,
Well,
that really won't take you that long. Let me just scroll back out, because remember, it's not a big town.
Oh, it's
And
true.
so, I mean, you came out from the back here. 5, 10, 15,
So we probably still have like a good 50 minutes or 45 minutes.
20. I'd say a good 50 minutes.
Wow. Okay, that really didn't take a lot of time. Awesome. Never mind then.
Well, I'm counting from squares. You average out at about 30, and that's 15, so that's 10 rounds, which
A minute.
yeah, although I'd say that with Muffin, and because you've probably got to take a bit of a longer way around when you hit clear patches, might take a bit longer than that. So we'll say 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Reba?
How high up are those windows? Like, can you like look in, or are they higher up? Or?
You can about look in, yeah.
Okay, Reba.
Didn't hear that. That last word.
Rope him.
She wants you to tie the rope to the bars
Me?
on the windows.
You're
Okay.
the one who has the rope regularly.
Oh, point. So yeah. What would that be?
I'm gonna say survival
Okay,
for knots.
15.
It's at
It's
this
not
point.
pretty, but it'll do the job.
Yeah, it's like you're not a sailor, but this doesn't have to look pretty. It's just you just gotta get evenly distributed weight on the bars, and that's what you're pretty sure you've done.
hmm And as I'm doing that, I'm like trying to, whisper loud enough for them to hear, but hopefully nobody else that, it's I sent the cat. We sent the cat.
Yeah, there's no
Jill-
there's no response, but you probably wouldn't expect there to be. Sorry, Noms.
And
Jillian will keep watch. So should I?
Go ahead.
nice.
So far, it seems pretty quiet.
And I'm
will
gonna-
fix-
I'm gonna tell the family to step away from the window.
I am now gonna fix the other end of the rope to Muffin, and let's do this thing.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna put that role for survival to have Reba tie the rope to Muffin. Although Muffin, you do get a certain amount of boop from Muffin when Reba's like tying rope in almost a harness kind of a situation.
Mhm.
And say, boop, boop.
Distributing the weight. Trust me, you'll thank me when it doesn't hurt. Wait. Yeah.
And actually gives Reba a very light boop. Boop.
This clinkety. In the heat of the moment, completely forgetting. Wait, this isn't an actual thing. What? Yeah.
Acts like
I
one
just-
though.
I
That's
had a-
just it.
And if
Hey,
Muffin did have stealth, oh my god, Muffin does have stealth.
Anyway, now what Muffin needs to roll is strength.
All right. Yanking time. That is a 20.
Clanky, clanky, clink, crunch! And out comes the window. Pook.
Okay. Come on.
And the first that comes out as a small boy, slightly older girl. Youngish woman to have children that old, and much older man than you'd expect. The resemblance is not a husband and wife one. It's more of a father and daughter one. No, they took my husband. Don't give me that look.
Sorry.
Let's get
Look.
you all out of here.
Follow the cat. He'll lead you to the road. From there, just go.
She.
Sorry. I keep doing that. God damn it. I'm so sorry.
You're used to your own cat.
That's basically it. She'll lead you to the road and just go. Don't look back. Just go.
And they're nodding and looking at this large calico cat who's just, to them, is just Bert, and from Spot is just, I will guard them! Yes! And trots off.
Family,
They-
spot, family. Go.
Yeah, and they head off. What the fuck? They actually just, they pass Jillian and they seem to vanish. They rolled nat 20 on fucking stealth. What the fuck?
You- Using up
Apparently, I rubbed off on the cat.
Like, what? Where'd they go?
Okay,
Business time.
now we can quietly get over to the statue, because that didn't take long. So I think we've still got a little bit more time.
You've still got that would have taken another 10 minutes, so
Mm-hmm.
you got about 45 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
So you're actually doing pretty
Okay.
well.
Here we go.
Jillian can see this whole thing happening in stealth, and her not getting to shoot anybody.
Oh, don't give me that look. Trust me, they'll be shooting in a minute. This was supposed to be stealth. That was the point.
To be fair, there's no amount of pass without trace that's going to prevent anyone from hearing crunch, crunch, crunch as you send Muffin a stampeding.
This is just to get us in position.
So, okay, you spend the next couple of minutes getting yourselves into position around the statue in the very quiet town. You know, Mary Celeste is standing nearby, keeping watch.
Mm-hmm.
Still
Yep.
quiet. Did they get out?
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. They're on their way. They're good.
They're sneakier than.
They're motivated.
Boy, are they ever.
And yeah, Spot will lead them right.
Okay,
Well, Aloy, you want to do the honors?
Okay. I've situated Muffin. Can I have situated Muffin 20 feet back from the statue?
where? Show me.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. About.
It was weird.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Muffin, charge! Pointing at the statue.
Yeah, roll for it.
So 20 feet straight towards target and then headbutt.
Oof.
But I'm putting crunch. There's some cracks, but this is a sturdy old statue.
And because I did charge, it's an extra 2d8 bludgeoning.
Okay, I mean, it hits, obviously, because it's a statue, it's not going anywhere. Roll me damage.
Yeah, it doesn't pass the. It's a DC, and then it has to do a DC check. 2 more damage, and has to succeed on a DC 15 stealth check or get knocked over.
Stealth check?
DC strength.
Oh, strength. Okay, sorry.
You,
It sounded
you,
like it said
I'm
stealth.
sorry, you said stealth.
Yeah, it must. It may have like
Garbled.
what I said.
Yeah, it falls over. Doesn't crack. I mean, it does do another. That actually does more damage than it falling over. Actually, does more damage than the headbutt does. But it still just fault line cracks and is not actually.
Hell.
Oh, wait. Did I also? Should I? I was rolling because I was rolling bonus damage there. Let me also do the normal headbutt. And that's the normal headbutt damage.
Okay, let's rewind. Because
Sorry
somebody
about
has
that, I got a
forgotten what the fuck they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's my bad. I heard you and then misinterpreted what you told me to do.
I told you to roll the attack, but never mind.
Yeah, you told me to roll damage. I just thought that was the second damage bit. Sorry.
Take a moment and compute what someone says. If it doesn't make sense to you after you've thought about it, ask again. It will save me from having to rewind conversations and action quotes. Okay. So yes, there's a lot more damage than I originally thought in the initial headbutt. And so when the statue falls over, smash into bits and pieces all over the place. It's actually still quite silent.
Jillian looks around.
That's not
Very
normal. I'm going to also be
Oh,
looking
boy.
around because this is way too quiet. $13.
22.
That's better.
No people. But Reba has a bad feeling. Really bad. And Sister Mary Celeste is gone pure white. I don't know.
Ma'am, what is going on?
I'm not entirely sure, but at which point the bits of statue begin to sort of rattle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
A bone white, clawed hand, not small, comes erupting out of the ground, partially shaped by and partially built up by the shards of statue.
What the hell?
Yeah, this is where we start pulling out books, guys.
Mm-hmm.
What the shit?
There's a very skull-like appearance to the face. It looks to be made of rather sturdier bones than you would expect. Fangs, claws, long tail that looks like nothing more than a spinal column with a barb at the tip. Insect wings. How big is this fucker? Large. There you go.
Christ.
Except needs to be sort of more that. Ta-da.
Yeah, it's basically as big as the statue was.
Mm-hmm.
So many levels of nope.
And as it rises and glares at you all, I am Lord of Bones, and you will not stop me. And although it's a little early, we will be taking our break now because this seems a good place to leave it for 5 minutes and let you contemplate what is about to happen.
Nope, 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 nope.
And welcome back. And they are facing off what the monster manual refers to as a bone devil. This is going to be a rough fight, guys. Be warned. Okay.
A bone devil.
Uh-huh.
Are you trying to?
Yes, actually. That's kind of the point. Well, partially. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be fun if it was easy.
Also, that's one more thing. On Jillian's sheet says she has 59 current hit points, but 45 hack. So what's her
Oh.
hit points?
It would be her actual hit points, not her current. I don't know why.
Okay, just want to double check that.
That's
Was
weird.
40.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
And I think it might be that I made some changes and didn't change both.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay, I would like you all to roll initiative.
I also roll for Muffin, yes?
You do, in fact, also roll for Muffin. Okay.
9.
10 for me. And let me get Muffin.
Oh my god.
17 for Jillian. Wow.
guys.
11 on the Muff.
So I'm going Last of Us, which is actually not good, but oh well. I'll still be able to do what I was thinking of doing, I think.
Aren't you basically also party healer to a point?
To a point.
To a point, but I did give you an NPC for a reason. I don't really want to kill you. If it happens, however, well, we shall see. Okay, so Devil. Okay then. Rather unfortunately, Bone Devil Critter goes first. Well, first of all, let's figure out where everybody is. Um, well, we know where the Bone Devil is. Find nope, 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 nope. We'll stick Marie Celeste sort of over there. And now we move on to character sheets. So, actually, no, first we need to move on to Muffin, because Muffin is going to be the closest
Yeah.
to the everything. So, Muffin's going to be like
Yeah,
there.
Muffin just bulldoze square into it.
Yep. Okay, so. Oh, actually, Muffin has a character sheet, so that Muffin can go. That Muffin can go right there. Okay, Aloy.
I'm back where about the like just behind where I launched Muffin, so
So about
20 feet and then an extra 5.
there. Okay. Jillian. Jillian, where are you?
Jillian, I suppose.
Okay. Gotcha. Reba.
Reba probably would have been probably would have been a little farther north, trying to keep some distance because she's never seen Muffin bash into a statue before and didn't know how far everything was going to go. So she'd been like, "Let me give him some space, just in case."
Okay.
And now she's really, really glad she gave him some space.
I can imagine. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so Critter moves up to Jillian. Oh, this gun hurt. Okay, so lashes out with claws once, which Jillian manages to dodge. Unfortunately, she dodges directly into the next swipe. So let's start with the claw damage. That's 6 points of slashing damage. Actually, I tell a lie. That is 8 points of slashing damage because that was a crit. Be grateful I rolled low on the dice. Then the stinger on the tail, unfortunately, yes, lashes out and gets Jillian directly in the shoulder. This one thankfully did not crit. Okay, so that's 12 points of piercing damage plus 11, 13, 17 points of poison damage. And roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, 18.
You are not poisoned for 1 minute. Good for you.
Okay, you were cutting out a bit, so that 6/12 piercing, set poison.
17 poison. But that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, thankfully you
Okay.
managed to successfully make the Constitution
boy,
save. All right. And so,
Oh,
apparently
she's technically still.
she's technically still standing. Okay, so okay, which point? Actually, turn her around so she's facing where I need to be going. Sister Mary Celeste moves forward, slaps a hand on Jillian's back, and Jillian can hear her murmur, you know, Lord, give your word the strength. And so I think that's casting that at 3rd level, so no, that's a D10, not a D8. Hang on, that's 6, 11, 16, 3. And you are healed by 19 hit points.
Yay!
And with bonus action, yes,
Ow.
yet more prayer, but a flaming sword appears at its flank. Hello, spiritual weapon. We have been expecting you. Okay, so the sword smashes into this demon's flank and it howls in pain. That's 1, 4, 2 minus. Okay, it's a start, basically. Jillian, there's a bone-looking demon thing directly in your face, but you're feeling better, mostly.
Mostly.
Hey, it's about the best she could do. So what you gonna do?
Okay, Jillian definitely staggered a good bit before she caught her breath, thanks to Cicerre. She breathes in very deep in her gun, shoot as she intones Heaven Thunder, be gone in the name of, and
It's really unfortunate that you're playing the word of God and you keep breaking up.
keep putting it because you're.
Yeah, no, this
This has
is
not been a good Discord.
yeah, it's I think it's your connection because everybody else is fine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably your internet.
Anyways,
'Cause I can hear
I
everyone else.
get the idea that it is a be gone in the name of the Lord intoned in yeah, you can actually hear the thunder of God behind her voice, but what are you actually going to do?
Syrians,
Serious, mate.
Syrian Smite, violent shock, assuming she gets.
Okay. So and roll damage with the pistol and we'll work on things from there. I don't know if I included everything, but see, let me check her character sheet because I thought I did more than that. No, I didn't. Damn. I think I hadn't figured it out by then, and then my week was an absolute mess. Oh, I added the radiant from her basic spell ability. Okay, so because of Searing Smite, give me 1d6 for the fire damage. And you say you're using violent shot, so you need to spend a grit point. And what is your damage modifier? Okay, if you're spending a grit point, roll another d10.
Another D10.
D10.
Thank you.
And hope you roll well.
Oh my god.
Damn! I should not have said that. Still! And be grateful that you... Oh, you didn't spend the bonus action to load with silver bullets.
No, she did not.
Yeah, that's gonna halve that piercing damage. Yeah, your plain old lead is not doing the amount that you feel that it should. So 6,
That makes sense.
13, 17, 18. It's still 18 total points of damage. So okay. You do get a second shot.
Oh, yay. That's good to know.
But if you want to do violent shot, you do have to spend another grit point, and you only have 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just shoot it.
Okay. That definitely hits. Roll damage. Actually, in all honesty, I should not have given you the first hit. But anyway, roll me the extra d6 for your searing smite, because it's concentration up to a minute. So as long as you keep focusing on it. So that's 2, 9. 1d6 for your fire damage. Okay, you're making a dent. Bonus action. Hint.
Bonus and
Hint.
she just opens up the thing and dumps out all 6 shells very hurriedly.
Well, 4
With
now.
6 of the silver one.
Yeah. Okay. Alloy.
Muffin before me, though.
Oh yes, Muffin. Okay.
Muffin. Loop around and charge again. I'm gonna have Muffin move to here.
Oh shit. Damn. Well. Oh, I can just delete that. Great. Okay. So 5, 10.
And then have Muffin run up to the Bone Devil, charging,
Roll.
and headbutt. 16.
Actually, in all technicality, because I made an error with Jillian's, but all things considered, I'm not that bothered about it. It's like hitting an actual wall. Trundle, punk,
Boom.
and nothing. Boop. Boop. With his dent
Oh.
in the middle of his face.
Oh, you asshole! And I'm loading the. I am doing I'm loading. And can I get to about there?
In front of Reba?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
because I want to make the Thunder Cannon special attack at the Bone Devil.
Okay.
Fuck off, you spooky skeletal showcase! Boom!
That misses.
She probably just hit the house next it. God damn
You
it.
did actually take out one of the windows of the preacher's house. Smoosh.
Son of a bitch!
Bonus action thing.
Hmm.
Skip it for now and see what you can do
Yeah,
over
I
the
got nothing I
course
can
of the
do
next
right now.
round. Reba.
All right. As for Reba, I'm going to step forward enough to get to there. Centered on this thing, I'm going to cast Sickening Radiance. Dim light spreads within a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point. Light spreads around corners. When a creature moves into the area or starts its turn there, it's got to make a con save.
You realize that that's friendly fire.
It is?
It says a creature. It doesn't say of your choosing.
Oh, it does. Okay. I didn't realize that was friendly fire. All right. Never mind then.
No, you called it.
I did? Okay. Oh, well.
Okay, con save from
Muffin and Jillian.
and Sister Mary.
And the cleric.
1, 2, yeah, 5, 10. Okay, yeah. Oh well.
So for Muffin, just con check. So I don't know if
Con
this
save.
act.
Oh well,
I don't.
I guess
Yeah, I don't know if this operates as a save.
it'll have to do, frankly.
7.
Jillian made it. Me and the AoEs, man.
What's the DC we're aiming for? What's your spell save DC?
Let me pull that back up. 14.
Okay, so
That was my fault. I misread the description.
And I think you just mangled Muffin.
Mm-hmm.
you mangled Muffin. You did not. You mangled Mary Celeste. You did not mangle the Bone Devil.
For fuck's sake.
This is the second time you've done this.
It's
Yeah,
got
I know.
it's got a con +4, okay?
I don't know.
Okay, so that's 4d10. Oh my god. Okay, let's start with Muffin. 9, 10, 15. That's 15 points of radiant damage for Muffin.
Muffin is. Yeah, it goes from 52 down to.
Muffin's got more HP than any of us.
Muffin's made of metal.
Muffin also has to take a level of exhaustion from this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And again, so does Mary Celeste. Now I have to start re-rolling her damage because you guys distracted me. 7, 13. Yeah, there's more than a little bit of. She's your poor cleric is not looking very well. And Muffin
And that
is.
and that effect does linger though.
The light and exhaustion go away when the spell ends.
Right, but
So-
up to 10 minutes.
No.
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Yeah, but you can
Or is it?
turn it off. When you notice that the Bone Devil is looking at you and Muffin is just and Sister Mary is wilting somewhat.
I'll turn it off.
Yeah, the exhaustion ends. Damage is still there.
Mhm.
I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't help that this thing also has magic resistance.
Yeah.
So, as a bonus action, I'm going to summon Spirit Totem. Unicorn Spirit.
Yeah,
And I'm going to drop it next to Jillian. Between
spell
on
card, so people know what it'll do.
Oh, yeah. That was, you put that in spells, so let me pull that. Let's see, that's Hunter's Mark, Wild Cunning, where is Spirit?
Oh no, I don't think it's not a spell. It's an ability.
Hmm.
But I typed it out in your.
Oh yeah, I can cut and paste, I guess.
You shouldn't have
But
to.
can I just click on? I'll try it. No, that just hides it.
Oh, weird.
What is this? Oh wait, did that do it? Yes,
yeah,
that did it.
You
Okay.
have. I think you have
I
to
didn't-
click the speech bubble.
I didn't know, and it was going to be Unicorn Spirit, and I was going to drop it there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. not what I would have gone for because you already know what what creatures are in what creatures are in the spirit's aura. But okay, you went for unicorn. That's fine.
I'm I'm gonna do a thing next round if I live that long, so we'll see how it works. But I needed the unicorn up and running before I did.
Okay. And it's back to the Bone Devil. That's going to be a problem. So hang on. So Mary Celeste is about. Yeah, okay. What the fuck is wrong with you? Apparently, the spirit of the Lord has rather strongly decided to protect the little nun. Um, that or Jillian is just a little bit too far in the way because this thing reaches 10 feet. So I was going for the one that actually more or less peeled Jillian off the floor. And every single time it missed.
What?
2,
Oh,
1, 7.
what? Oh my
Darn, darn, darn.
Yeah, the tail only just misses, but it's just
Clearly, we have to convince Sister Mary to come along.
Look, I was fully prepared for her to die this round, but hey. Yeah, okay. Now it be her turn. She's not overly healthy, but neither is she overly dying, so this is whole new territory for me. I've never really played a cleric before.
Welcome to the party.
So, it points at this thing with the rosary dangling from one wrist. And the evil stand before the righteous, and the Lord shall guide our hand. And streak of light erupts from her hand and hits this thing full on in the chest, dealing 3, 7, 13, 18 points of radiant damage and leaving a nice, shiny spot, which I think her spiritual weapon is actually going to wind up using. So that was... Okay, yeah, this thing is actually not looking overly well. They, you know, the Lord's chosen are kind of carving this thing up into mince. As the spiritual weapon does, on her bonus action, use the guiding bolt to best advantage. Doing... only 4 points of radiant, but hey. So that's... You're whittling it down! Go you. Jillian.
Jillian shoot at it now that she has better bullets and violent shot at it again.
Okay, we know what it does, so go ahead and... That
20.
hits! Roll damage.
And then 110
And
for
a
the
D...
violent shot
Yeah, and a
and
D6
the
for the...
D6.
Okay, so that's 17. Yeah, that hurt. That hurt in a pretty significant way. Jillian has taken a fairly decent chunk out of the chest of this thing. Uh, it hisses in absolute rage. You have a second shot.
Oh yeah, keep it on that.
Roll
24.
damage. Without the with the D6, but without the D10. So.
Yeah.
That's 13, 14. This thing looks in some significant fucking pain. Anything for a bonus action, or?
No.
Okay. Muffin.
Okay. Muffin, loop around again. Smash him. And Muffin is going to let's see. Since is engaged, so wait, does he have to bonus action he has to bonus action disengage first, right?
Probably, yes, unless you want
Yep. So
poor Muffin to have an
yeah.
attack of opportunity on him. At least
Yep,
he's not
bonus
exhausted
action.
anymore.
Bonus action disengage and running back in full tilt and headbutting.
Roll. That actually hits. Roll damage.
23. So
Wham!
so that's a total, including the charge bonus, of 21
This
damage.
thing looks in some really significant fucking pain right now.
And it has a DC, has to take a DC 15 strength check or get knocked on its ass.
Rolled a natural 20.
By Muffin.
Wham! Things in its legs break, but it manages to stay standing. Aloy!
I said, fuck off, you spooky skeleton showcase! Boom!
Roll.
Boom.
How do you want to do this?
I'm trying to aim for its head, and hopefully just hitting the resulting explosion shatters its entire upper body.
Aloy does seem to mostly be aiming for the neck. When her lightning cannon discharges, this time, the entire upper torso just shatters into fragments, not unlike the ones that look like the statue. The head falls to Jillian's feet, and for just a moment, the eyes register her. When you see what follows, you'll wish you died here. And then its head just crumbles to dust.
Freaking bullshit! Skeleton showcase statue! Why do those exist?
That wasn't a statue, darling. That was a demon. Not a full-on reckoner, but something the reckoners brought.
Yeah, well, it fucked off, so if anything else wants a piece, it's gonna fuck off too!
You'll need to calm down.
Wait a second. Holy shit!
Jillian surveys the town once more.
I was about to say that I was
Give
going to do
me
the
give me a
same.
perception check. Anyone who's surveying.
Looking around, seeing what there is to see, if anything, and I see
I'm
nothing.
taking a break. I'm trying to catch my breath going, woo! No.
Jillian sees a couple of things. There's some movement in the shadows. It's quite dark now, and none of you, apart from one who's not looking, have dark sight. So all you can really see are shadows that are trying to stay the hell out of your way. There's townsfolk, but they're not coming out. The other thing Jillian notices is the bits of green that you can see around the town and past the town have changed. They're not the lush, fertile things anymore. They're not dying, but they look strange, wrong. This is what the Reckoners do. They create enough fear, enough anger, and they use it to turn the world into a kind of living hell. It didn't get to finish here, but this place is marked.
Ugh. Okay, we all right?
I don't know what you cast, but it don't differentiate between friend and foe, darling.
Sorry about that.
It's alright. I didn't reckon you'd know. Didn't reckon you'd do it on purpose.
No.
Yeah, she's looking a bit pale and radiant burn, but nothing too bad.
I'm walking over to her and just pulling out the potion she gave and handing it over.
You keep it. I'll feel better after a night's rest. You might need
Alright.
that somewhere down the road.
Yeah. Speaking of, we should probably just.
Should we consecrate the ground or something, sister?
I can. You're not the consecrating type.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna?
When I said we, I should have meant.
I don't know, but we gotta do. I've got to do something.
I think we still owe a few people a visit.
Mm-hmm. I've got a mayor to see.
Mm,
And I'm putting the gun back.
Okay.
Okay, Muffin, come here.
Clunk, 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 clunk. A big dent in his face.
Oh, you poor baby. I'm gonna have to buff and hammer that back out real soon.
Boop.
We'll take care of you good. Second we get some, we can sit down for a few minutes.
Meanwhile, Sister Mary Celeste has basically pulled out holy water and her rosary proper and is trying to reconsecrate the ground starting from there. Whatever she's doing is going to take a while. So, what now?
Jillian, thinking you keep-
Jillian's keeping Sister Mary and watching the
Muffin?
town for any.
Yeah, no
Muffin,
one, no
you
one,
stand
no
guard
one's
too.
no one's coming near you guys.
Muffin, you stand guard too. I'm gonna go with Reba.
Boop boop.
Nope, Jillian.
I'm heading straight for the mayor's office.
I'm following.
Yeah, the mayor's house / office is just sitting there.
I'll give it a walk around first off, just to make certain that see if the receptionist is still in there, whether or not she got out.
Give me an investigation check.
You got it. Nine.
The problem is because it's on a raised porch. You can't really see in the windows. You can
Yeah.
see there's a light on in the window your spatial awareness of buildings isn't great, and you're not sure
Mhm.
which room that is. You're not sure if that's the office or it's probably not, the outer office. If it's an office at all, it's the mayor's actual office, which you didn't go
Aloy,
into.
when you were here before, what does that look like the mayor's office, or does that look like
Investigation check from Aloy, who's actually been in the building.
All right, I'm gonna pull the goggles on so I can actually see the whole structure
Yeah, I,
better.
I probably should have asked you to do that at disadvantage, but I don't think it matters, really.
All right. I think that is a 13.
You're pretty sure that's the mayor's office, but you're not 100% sure?
I mean, it looks like it might have been. I'd still vote for kicking down the door if you want to be double sure.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Well, climbing in the window would be a bit awkward anyway.
No, that was my plan. I just want to make sure somebody wanted to make sure he was in there. All right, so I'll go back to the door, and with my 0 strength, I'll try exactly that.
Roll me athletics. This is gonna be hysterical.
9.
Ow.
Damn it!
All right, let me try this.
That's gonna bruise.
Stump, stump, stump. Boot.
Aloy actually knows where to kick, because she kicks right on the lock, and crunch, door swings open.
Knock, knock.
I'm going in.
And when Aloy screams knock knock, what answers her is a shotgun blast from a room in the back.
Holy fuck.
Doesn't seem to be aimed at you. That you don't see anybody.
I'm headed for the noise.
You end up in the mayor's office, and there's not much left of the mayor's head. His response to your barging in was to blow his own head off.
Oof.
Son
Well,
of
that
a...
was convenient. Well, all right.
He did the work for us.
That's the smartest thing that man's done since. Well,
Where's the good? I'm gonna check his whiskey cabinet.
well, actually, hang on, and I'm gonna walk over and see if he's got any, if he's got what he's got. I might need some.
Investigation check from the both of you.
Look, if he's got anything decent,
Did
I'm gonna need it.
Jillian hear that?
5.
Perception check from Jillian.
10.
Reba mostly just sees the whiskey that they make here. No, you did not. Aloy, at the very, very back, digs out a kind of dusty bottle of dark rum.
Ooh.
I need that.
Cool.
I know. I need that.
Yeah, I'm handing it. I'm like, here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you probably don't
And
want
now-
the whiskey from here.
And I'm now gonna check. I'm going to shotgun give.
Okay, you now have a shotgun. Do you want to investigate any of the rest of the office or just the liquor cabinet?
I want to investigate the. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the rest of the offices. I'm raiding this place. I
Roll
want
roll
everything
me
of
another
value.
investigation check while Reba's looking. And yeah, this is some pretty high quality Jamaican rum.
22.
You find 100 Confederate dollars, $50 in greenbacks,
Double nice.
2 boxes of shotgun ammunition for a total of 24 shots,
More
Six.
boom.
6 boxes of pistol ammunition, and with a nice handwriting note for Miss Reba, in the outer office, tucked in one of the drawers, long, flat something wrapped up that turns out to be an entire tray of cornbread, and next to it a jar of strawberry jam.
I'll just quietly take it and walk out. I got a 12. I'm not investigating anything. I saw to what I needed to see to. That's all I cared about.
Yeah, and you have the nice secretary's cornbread, and this one, basically Jillian sees Reba step out with a bottle of rum, a jar of jam, and a tray of cornbread, and then a couple of minutes later, this one wander out with a large wallet, because you would have just stuffed everything you found into this one wallet, a shotgun, and juggling several boxes of ammunition.
And the jam and the rum
Jillian,
just immediately disappear into somewhere.
Yeah, well, you've got
Jillian gives Reba a look, but she asks her. She knows. She's confident this is a mistake.
yeah. But I imagine that the ammunition and the gun probably got a bit more interest.
So,
No,
here you
she's-
go.
She's commanded.
You're getting handed the shotgun. You're getting handed the shotgun ammo, and then the pistol ammo's getting stacked on that.
And all of a sudden, Jillian is being bombarded with ammunition, and not in the bad way.
He, let's just say the second we kicked the door in, he blew himself up.
Oh, that
Yeah, to be fair,
saves us the.
Aloy was not overly great about cleaning the gun. So when Aloy says that, she looks at the gun and there's blood and spatters of what you would know is brain, uh, dripping down the barrel.
Sorry about that. Well,
Jillian,
I'll give it a thrice over when we actually get moving.
handed it to Jillian. Actually, she unloads another shell in it. She unloads first and shakes off excess matter.
Okay. Yeah. So, there's still some streaks, but there's not clumps anymore.
Thank the gods.
And I was over, no, I was a good distance away because I saw the shot. I'm like, yeah, nope.
Not
None of that's getting on this.
Yeah, because if you had your cornbread with jam for like dinner or dessert, it's damn good cornbread.
Hmm.
It's all right.
It's honey cornbread.
I'm actually tempted to see what's in Preacher Boy's house at this hour. Given what we just blew up.
Can we
Yes.
just get a move on once like Mary's done with her?
Why are you waiting on me?
Make sure you're all right.
Because we don't want
After
any,
what this
any of
town, after
these.
what this town got up to, I don't trust
Don't
them.
want anyone else getting
Well, we're planning
ideas.
to just leave you here exposed, sister. At least this night.
All right. I suppose my only issue is that it's gonna be a while before we can really see if this took.
Mm.
Well, what we were gonna do was see to the preacher and the sheriff, and I'm assuming the rest of the townsfolk will be not looking for vengeance after all this. And do it.
I reckon everyone, sheriff and preacher included, are too scared to come anywhere near you.
Good.
Exactly. So we wait until morning and make sure nothing else rises up. She looks
I think we
to
can look.
go on
I'm for
devil
just
blood.
if Mary's content and gonna be safe, then I see no reason we can't just move on. I got Spot out there waiting on us, and we got to look on the family too, make sure they got out okay.
Well, what I can do is go with you at least as far as the Hostler's Rest. Come back and check in, make sure they ain't doing anything they ain't supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't reckon you all can stay in one place for too long for a number of reasons. If nothing else,
And we definitely don't intend to.
yeah, you need to be moving on. And if anything's gonna start up here again, it's gonna start up small. And I ain't fixing on getting caught flat-footed this time.
Good.
I hate to say it, but you know what to look for this time.
I got here when it had just started. Excuse me.
All right.
Sorry, I
Aloy,
misspoke.
Aloy, why don't you get stuff loaded up on the horses, and Reba
Yeah, I
and
can
I
look
will
into dealing with that.
take care of the last business here.
Good luck.
Right.
Good luck in finding the sheriff and the preacher. If they don't want to be found.
You're the one.
Well,
You're the
take a
one
look
wanting to find him.
regardless.
I'm happy. The only one I really needed dead is dead.
Just keep an eye.
Mm-hmm.
In all honesty, I wouldn't be overly surprised if them two didn't do the same.
No, like his house, and just to be.
Sorry,
And then
you're checking on the preacher's house, because you're breaking up
on the
again.
preacher, and then the sheriff.
Yeah. Make me make me an investigation check for the preacher's house to start with.
And I'm with Jillian, but I'm kind of hanging back just to keep an overall eye
Yeah,
to
for
make
for
certain
you
nobody gets the drop on Jillian.
for you it's perception.
Okay. Can do. 13.
Yeah, you occasionally catch glimpses of people, but they're if they think they've been seen, they're melting into the background
Mm-hmm.
without giving any indication of like who they are.
Mm-hmm.
The preacher is definitely not home. There's nothing to indicate that this man was actively a devil worshipper. I mean, it's for the size of the house, it's surprisingly sparse. It's there's a comfortable sitting room, which is clearly where he had people come in, but the entire upstairs is completely disused, and the only room that looks like anyone actually inhabits it is a small room off the kitchen, which is just a single camp bed, a footlocker with a Bible on top of it, and yeah, the kitchen is almost entirely bare. He lived a very sparse life in there, and there's no real indication of what his belief system was that went from, thriving church to what's going on now. But there's certainly nothing that Jillian can identify as demon cult reckoner worship behavior.
Okay.
Sheriff's office?
And then she'll move on to the sheriff's office. Definitely
Investigation again.
Have her hand on her gun, ready for an ambush. So perception.
Investigation.
Perception's for me.
Yep.
After you roll your investigation. 14.
Reba knows the sound of an empty building. That's an empty building. Jillian can't search too far because there's only like the front office and the back room is now locked and there are no keys. These were sensible enough people to take the keys away with them. And you can peer in through the back windows, but all you see is empty cells. And it looks like any other small town sheriff's office anywhere, really.
I'm just letting Jillian do her thing, knowing full well there's nothing, there ain't nobody there. Just
Yep.
because if I don't, Jillian's gonna get all.
Pissy? I
Yeah,
think is the word
thank
you were
you.
looking for.
Yes,
She
that's the
wanted
word.
to see first. Alright, so
I know.
Jillian steps a few moments, gives Reba a shrug.
Are we done?
Looks like we're done.
All right.
Yeah, by the time you guys are done, Sister Mary Celeste has said, what prayers she can and consecrated the ground as best as she can. And looks at Jillian. Hear the word of God. You got anything to say to the people who are watching but not coming anywhere near us?
They'll listen to you more readily than they will to me. These ain't my people.
Jillian nods, considering as she looks out to the buildings. Hmm. Okay, she kind of settles her hand on her gun again. Calls out, "The Lord said to love thy neighbor, and you forgot that. You let people responsible for this town lead you, and the mayor placed towards justice. That you're responsible was not of this earth. Wanted you to turn against each other. And the Lord will not let that stand." And then turns away.
Sister Mary looks up. Y'all took the easy way out. I seem to recall, I know y'all probably fall asleep in the middle of sermons. I seem to recall one about a fig tree. These things take work. Hard work and loving the land and your neighbor. Helping each other, helping the land. Not this. I don't care if it's 'cause of demons or just because y'all went crazy. This is not the way to bring a life. Never has been, never will be. Now, y'all can move away, try to forget this ever happened. You won't forget, but you can try. Or you can burn what abominations have grown here, cleanse with fire, and start again. the right way this time. Choice is yours. But we'll be watching. And looks at them. I think I'm done. Come on. And yes, I said we, I meant me. Don't worry about it. And heads off to where you guys are keeping the horses. And next to Muffin is this rather bemused looking donkey who's sort of looking at Muffin like... and Muffin looking at it. Whoop.
Hey, did you make a friend, Muffin?
Whoop.
And I'm looking at this donkey. Reba?
Hmm.
You translate, please?
What am I translating?
Whatever this one's saying, I'm pointing at the donkey.
Why is it pointing at me? Can I bite it?
Don't bite him, please. He's harmless. Well,
He?
Aloy, don't.
No,
Jeez,
this is the donkey just going, can I bite it? Looking at Aloy.
No, don't bite. Don't bite that. Don't bite that one. Aloy, don't point. You're liable to get bit.
How about kicking? Can there be kicking?
Tell you what, just give the donkey a wide berth.
Muffin,
Donkey
come
is-
on.
Donkey's a bit cranky.
Meh.
It's a donkey. They're all like that.
Jillian
Well.
was thinking that she remains because animal talk.
It's not her bag, no. Although the donkey seems quite friendly to Mary Celeste, just boink.
What the?
They're particular.
Yeah, no kidding.
at Jillian, which
I'm not translating that.
thank you.
Besides, I don't think you
Shakes
can do that with anything less than 4 legs.
It's got 4 limbs.
Fair point. Anyway, can we move on, please?
Right. Okay. Come on, Muffin. We gotta get moving.
So with Aloy
On Muffin.
riding Muffin and Sister Mary Celeste aboard her donkey, your very particular donkey, and you two on your horses, you ride out on the hidden trail that Mary Celeste leads you down. The family has moved on by the time you get safely out of the fields of Alicetown. But Spot is there.
Ah.
Meow.
And hop
Hello.
up. Hello, I've missed you. Are you okay? Are you all right?
I am fine. I am tired. Actually, to
Well,
be fair, you are all
yeah,
knackered by
exhausted.
this point.
Yeah.
This-
We're going to stop up ahead, sleep, and see where we go from there.
Yeah.
That is the best plan.
Once you get away from the trail a ways, to a decent camping site, you set up camp for the night and rest up in preparation for your next adventure.
I am immediately trying to get that dent out of Muffin's face.
So that's something we can deal with behind
Another
the
time.
scenes, because this is where this particular Tombstone Blues
Fade.
episode fades to. Well, it's not riding off into the sunset, but
I was up to make that comment.
be damned to tradition.
We survived.
You survived an encounter with a challenge rating of 9 that was only not classed as deadly because I gave you an NPC.
Even with my fuck up, because I misread that.
Yeah, if it says creature without of your choosing, that means it gets everybody.
Ah, see, I misread that. That was my bad.
Or if it differentiates between enemies and allies,
Ah,
then you know that it only targets the people you want it to target. But if it just says
okay.
creatures, it's everyone.
Okay. I didn't catch that. I did not realize that was the case. That was how
Yeah.
that was. Okay. Thank you.
No, that'll give it's a good way of looking at spellcasting for things further
Hmm.
on down the line. So yeah, I'll have to see about what's next. I have an additional friend who wants to join us for Shadowrun
Hmm.
when we do that. Old friend from when I used to run Changeling on chat and forum RP, and he's one of the good ones. So I'll see if we can prep anything for next week, but if not, it'll give me a couple of weeks to prepare. And after that, we'll see what we see. But
And if we wind up, needing to skip this coming Saturday, I would be okay with that because I'm also going to be prepping for that interview.
yeah, well, we'll see where we go. I don't
Right.
imagine that I can get, you know, an extra player in a week with a week's notice.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
let me know.
next Friday or so.
it'd still be Saturday. Remember, we only changed to Friday this week
Okay,
because of Ethan's birthday.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're
Mm.
doing next weekend yet, because Ethan
Okay.
does have his interview that he's prepping for. It looks like he's flying out on the Sunday, so he's
Hmm.
probably gonna have some packing and stuff to do on the Saturday.
Yeah, of course.
So
Yeah.
we might need it probably best to plan for a hiatus for Saturday next week with me making an announcement of what we're gonna do next, a little closer to the time. I'd
Okay.
like to get a Shadowrun episode in just because
Hmm.
we've hit a nice hiatus point for Star Wars, and we can
Mhm.
continue back with that once we've exhausted some amusing possibilities and maybe gone back to Tombstone Blues because I do have another plot in the works.
Hmm. And
Good.
I need to get you the
Good.
background. I'm hoping this weekend to
Yeah,
to get
to
that.
be fair,
Yeah.
there's no rush. It's just color for me.
Oh, I
But
know.
in any case, we will. I mean, I'll basically see you all tomorrow for Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons anyway. So
Sunday. Tomorrow's
Sunday.
Saturday.
Yes, I keep forgetting it's not Saturday.
I know. I do it too. Anyway,
Yeah.
bye everybody.
Later.